Carla, Lisa said, not with the clipped caution of someone who'd learned the street's backstabbing rules, but with the audacity of someone who loved too loudly for her own safety. We need to talk. Carla blinked. She'd expected this. In different forms, at different nights, with different cigarettes. A relationship was a promise that sometimes needed renegotiation, like a tenancy agreement that never quite matched the furniture. There were new cracks in the plaster. They had both seen them. They had fought. They had loved. The unspoken had become spoken and then retold into a version that neither wanted to keep. You want to say it in front of everyone, Carla said, because she liked her drama with proper curtains, not whispered backstage bits. Or shall we make a night of being awkward? Lisa forced a laugh that didn't reach her eyes. No theatrics. She pulled a chair close and sat, as if proximity could stitch the emergency seams. I can't pretend it's okay, Carla. I can't pretend my heart's not. I'm torn. Carla's fingers tightened around the cup until the paper whispered. She had known for weeks that this talk was coming. There had been silences at the sink and a text unsent and a night when Lisa had cried into her scarf, and it had felt like a fissure widening beneath their feet. But Carla's face was a place of practical grief. She had learned to hold her features so they did not betray the things inside. So what is it? Carla asked. Are you saying you want to leave? Lisa's laugh this time was almost a sob. I don't know. Maybe. I keep telling myself that a break will make things clear. But then I see you, and I remember how you make me wake up better than I do alone. I remember how you've held my hand in street looks during Dad's thing. I remember how you put up with my worst. She smiled, a small, self-aware thing. I thought I felt things shifting because of me. But maybe I'm the one shifting. Maybe it's just me that can't decide. Carla had the urge to be gallant, to make this into a scene she could control. She wanted to say the right thing. Fight for us, hold the line, love, love, love. Instead, she felt something more complicated. A memory? A fight over trivialities that had ended in the kind of silence that made lungs ache. A night when Lisa had chosen a friend over an argument, only for friendship to feel like a wedge. The truth was a small, heavy pebble under the tongue. Love does not always fix what time wears away. I don't want to be the reason you're unhappy, Carla said finally. And if you need time, then take it. Take as long as you need. But what if you take time and never come back? Lisa's voice trembled. You know me, I come back, Carla said, and tried to inject cheek where her heart wasn't quite ready. You know I don't run. They stared at each other over the rim of an old table like two people who had once been certain of each other's weather forecast and now found themselves in an unexpected storm. Then Lisa reached across and gripped Carla's hand. It was not a proposal of permanence. It was a plea to be seen. Don't let this be a dramatic Coronation Street cliffhanger, she said jokingly, because jokes were armor, and also a little ceremonial. We are not going to stare into a sunset and wave a tea towel. Carla smiled and felt small, like someone who'd been given a song and asked to hum the chorus. Then tell me what you need. Space. Answers. Someone to be blunt with me. Petrol for the car, Carla teased, and for a heartbeat the air felt less like glass. But the day folded and folded until their separate lives snapped back into place, like two books closed on the same desk. Messages went unanswered. Dinners were eaten cold. Lisa rented a spare room a few streets away, an arrangement that seemed temporary and instead became an architecture of new rhythms. Carla came home to an apartment that smelled faintly of her and not of them. She told herself to be practical, but nights were long, and the silence was a shape that circled. Friends intervened, as they always did on the cobbles, with casseroles and unsolicited advice. Maria told Carla to fight for love because it was currency of a kind. Toya said that sometimes people left because they had to, and it didn't always reflect on the person left behind. The neighbors all had stakes, an opinion to play like a card. But the street had other, stranger ripples beneath the surface, rumors like leaves in the gutter. Carla had taken the split like a bruise, Seen but not explained. She refused to give it an audience beyond the people she trusted. But there was always someone who loved a story, and Weatherfield loved its stories more than it loved quiet. By the time the week folded into another, the rumor mill had added its own poison. "They say Lisa's seeing someone else," whispered a woman in the salon, bright pink hair bobbing with the excitement of a fresh scandal. "She's been out late," said another.